We're going to give everyone a few minutes to join and then we'll get started. It's great to see everybody checking in. Glad to have you here. All right, well, I want to welcome all of you who are here. We will get started. I am going to have a short slideshow presentation just so that you can get to know me and see my family a little bit. As you join us, just let me know you're here by saying a quick hello, and we'll go from there. I will be checking the live stream every few minutes in between my slideshow presentation so that I can just make sure everything's working okay, but we should be good to go. It worked last time. I am hoping it'll work this time. All right, what we're going to be doing today is I am going to go through introductions of myself. We're going to talk a little bit about online etiquette and some study skills, what you need to know for ELA. My name is Mrs. Lindskov, and we're going to get started with this. Just going to give you a little introduction to my family, a little bit about who I am, and I will, like I said, be checking the chat in between. All right, this is a picture of my children. Hadassah is 8. The little girl right here, she's 8. Noah, my oldest son, is 21. Ruth just turned 6. I still have her as 5 years old because she was 5 in this picture. And my son Isaac is 19. Now, just a little bit about my family here. Hadassah was born in Ethiopia. We adopted her when she was 9 months old. My oldest son right here, Noah, he is deployed right now. He is in Qatar, over in the Middle East. Doha is the capital of that country. Ruth is from China. She was born in China, and she just turned 6 on September 1st. We adopted her when she was 18 months old. And my second oldest son, Isaac, he is 19. He turned 19 in July, and it is his first year at the School of Mines, the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology in Rapid City, South Dakota. So he just actually had his first chemistry quiz today. So he was trying to do really well on that because college is just a lot different than high school. So anyways, those are my children, my husband's and my children. Just wanted to introduce you to them. Then just a little bit more of my family continued. In this picture, I have my husband and myself and my 2 little girls. That was last Easter. And then I have here, this is Isaac, and this was last year at prom. He couldn't go to prom this last year because of COVID, but this was a picture of him and his little sisters 2 years ago. A little more family. This was a picture just taken a couple weeks ago by my husband. They were getting birthday pictures taken. And this little face right here says it all. That's my little Miss Sassy right there. She will give you a run for her money. Last one. This is a picture from New Jersey. My son is he is deployed in Qatar, but he's stationed stateside in New Jersey at the Air Force Base there in New Jersey. It's a joint Air Force base there. And so this, once again, is my oldest son, my two daughters, my second oldest son. And this is when we first got there. They just took off holding hands, and you can see my little girl lost her shoe somewhere. She was just too excited to see her brothers. Oh, I forgot I put this one in. This is really the last one. This is a picture of my family. We went to a Vikings football game last Christmas. That was before COVID broke out and all that, and you could still get together in large gatherings. And so we had a really good time. We went to a football game. We took a little trip there to see my son. We flew him in from Jersey and spent a Christmas in Minnesota, just kind of doing some family things. So that's my family. That was the last one. Now I am actually going to exit out of this and check the chat to see who's all here. All right, so I am just going to check this. Thank you for checking in, guys. I'm going to take another screenshot of this so I just know who's all here. Thank you for checking in. Glad you're here. I will go back to my slideshow now. Like I said, I'll try and check that every little bit. I am new to this, so bear with me. We'll get through this together. So online chat, let me know you're here by saying hello in our online chat. You'll do this every time we get together. I won't always have a slide presentation. Sometimes I'll just give you an assignment and let you work. But other times we'll have a little more chat time, but more of the chat time is going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll maybe break out in some breakout rooms through Zoom and things like that. So anyways, that's kind of how that's going to work. All right, my learning. Prepare for each class by completing your homework, if I give you homework, or it's more like, it's not going to be so much even to think of it as homework, but you're going to be doing these when you don't have my class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, okay? Asking questions if you don't understand, please ask me questions. I had a couple kids in the last class that were struggling to get into the assignments. I took notes. I took screenshots of what was going on, and I'm going to try and figure that out. So ask questions. If something is not working on your end technologically wise, let me know. I probably won't be able to answer it, but I will figure it out, and we'll get to the bottom of it. Set up a specific time each day to complete your assignments. You're in school. The minute I saw that you said hello to me, that's you walking in the door. So we have to be respectful of our time and of how we run school, because when you say hello, you're here and we're ready to learn. So that's how I know you've walked through the door into my class. Communicate regularly with all of your teachers. Let them know what's going on if you don't understand something, or if you do understand something and you're excited about it, let them know. And then maintain a positive attitude and a growth mindset. I don't know if you've heard the term growth mindset before. In the last class that I had, I asked them in the chat to tell me what they thought a growth mindset was. And I'm not sure if they understood the question, because I got some and not quite sure. So I'm just going to tell you what a growth mindset is. My master's degree was in brain research, and we talked a lot about mindset. And having a growth mindset, to me, and this is what I took out of it, and it may be different for you, but a growth mindset is not making mistakes. It's learning from your mistakes and having a good attitude about it. It's like you do an assignment and you turn it into me and I'm like, let's redo that. A growth mindset would be, oh yeah, I see what you're saying. I could do better on that. A fixed mindset would be, what? This is good enough and I'm not doing it again. Just a growth mindset is just learning and wanting to get better. That's all that means. It's having a growth mindset, and just wanting to learn more and do better. My participation. Make sure you are available and ready to learn during each scheduled class. Set an alarm, have your breakfast, get your supplies ready, and get online. And those are things that we're all going to do. I will be doing these things every morning. I have my alarm set. We have breakfast, we get ready to go to school, and we get online. So that's kind of our new routine now after being out of school for quite a few months. Online etiquette, that's what I wanted to talk about next, or netiquette as they call it. When we're online, it's the same as being in class. You need to be respectful of others. You need to, like I said, when you say hello, you've walked into the classroom. Sometimes I'm going to say, hey, you know what, help each other out, just be chatting and everything. Other times I'm going to say, I don't want to see any chats right now because I'm talking or I'm reading, and you should be paying attention. So just be aware of that. It's just like being in the classroom. Sometimes I'm going to say, hey, you know what, guys, talk about this. I want you to talk. But other times I do have the power, so to speak, to shut off the chat. But I don't think I'm going to have to if you guys just follow that rule. Just you can chat when I say you can, and if you just be quiet and not chat when I say it, we'll be fine. All right, speaking of that, being respectful. If you wouldn't say it in person, you shouldn't say it online. There's a real people, and actions affect how people feel and how they view things, and they can change. They can make changes in your personality, not your personality, but they can just make you feel different. And they can make you sad, they can make you angry, they can make you happy. We want to make people happy. We don't want to make them sad or angry. Now, I expect that we're going to have some discussions. You can disagree with each other, but be respectful about it. Be aware of strong language. Written messages can be misunderstood. Capital letters and exclamation points come across as very strong language. You can see that kind of just pops out on the page there. My mother is deaf in one ear, and she can hardly hear out of the other ear, so we do a lot of texting, and sometimes she doesn't realize that all her caps are on, and she'll send it to me, and I'm like, oh, who wrote this? And oh, it's just my mom. It's no big deal. Because when you see those capital letters coming across, you're like, whoa, what happened or what did I do? So just make sure that you're using them appropriately. And make sure you read everything out loud before pressing send. When you do your writing this year, I'm going to be having you do a lot of read alouds. Always read it out loud. You'll catch a lot of mistakes in your writing, and you'll catch things that, ooh, does that make sense? I better write that a different way. So make sure you read it out loud. Be careful with humor and sarcasm. I don't want you to avoid being funny, but just make sure you don't come across as rude, because sometimes when we're trying to be funny, it might be a little rude. Emojis can help when you're trying to be funny or sarcastic, but remember, keep the emojis out of your homework, okay? You can use them in our chats and things, but keep them out of your homework. Grammar and spelling, this goes along with that. Keep it professional in your online school setting. So when we're in our little chats, I don't mind some texting like this and things, but when you turn it in for homework or anything like that, it needs to be all written out, spelled out. Text speak is great for chatting with friends, not for homework. So just remember that when you turn something in, it needs to be spelled out. Citing your sources. Whenever you borrow an idea, whether you are quoting or paraphrasing, you need to give credit to the author. And when you're taking a quote, that would be like if I copied this word for word, I would need to say, hey, you have to give credit to who wrote that. Even if you say this in a different way, you still have to give credit for it because it wasn't your original idea. And it applies to discussions and chats also. If we're in a breakout room having a chat, and you got an idea from somebody else, just say, hey, this was this person's idea. Just make sure you give credit where credit is due. Inappropriate material. Never post inappropriate material in a school or personal setting. Remember, nothing is private online. Be forgiving. Oh, please be forgiving to your teacher. Not everyone knows about netiquette. Try to be understanding. Written communication can be difficult, and writing is very different than speaking to face. I am used to in-face teaching, okay? I'm used to looking in my students' eyes, and I'm trying to figure out if they get something or if they don't. So just be forgiving for me. If I don't catch something that you need, I will try my best. Email me, let me know, but let's be very forgiving as we figure out kind of what we're doing in this online school setting. Now, this is what I was talking about. giving credits where credits are due. You'll also notice that some of the pictures in my slides had, let's see here. This is a stock photo. It came with that. It had a copyright on it. You always Google free, but sometimes you still have to give credit where credit is due. So this is where I got the 7 rules for online etiquette. I changed it, so I paraphrased, but I still have to give credit for that. Now, what I want you to do in our online chat is, I'm not going to look at this right this second. I'm going to add mine. I want you to just type in your favorite candy bar. Okay? Tell me what your favorite candy bar is in our chat. I just want to make sure everybody's in there and it's working. So you can think about that, or you can do it right now. I'll just keep going on a little bit here. Schoology. I'm going to get into my Schoology account, and I am going to be navigating a little bit in it for you so that you can kind of see what's going on in my classes. Reading and writing classes. I had this question last class, and I'm going to be showing you in Schoology where you can see where your classes are meeting and when. Reading and writing classes are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays during the same period, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. That's when you'll have it. You are in 3rd period right now. Reading will be the first half of class, and writing will be the second half of class. Tuesdays and Thursdays will be for small groups and help on assignments. This is a typical school day schedule. You should have received this, and it should have been given to you at orientation or put in your backpack if you weren't here for orientation. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you should have had wellness class this morning at 9:30. Period 2 was at 10 o'clock. We're in period 3 right now, which is 11 o'clock. And then period 4 starts at 12:30, and period 5 starts at 1:30. Tuesday and Thursdays, you don't have a 9:30. So period 1, you get to sleep in. And then again, period 2 is at 10, and so on. So that's your schedules for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You'll be seeing me Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you need to, email me or any of your teachers at any time. You can reach me anytime through email. You can email me at midnight. You can email me at 3 in the morning. I hope you're sleeping, but if you need to, you can email me. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to respond right then because I don't check my email at night. I sometimes don't check it on the weekends or after school hours, but I will get back to you. It'll just most likely be during the school day. But my first name dot last name at k12.sd.us. This is true for every one of your teachers. It's their first name dot last name at k12.sd.us. And your schedule has the names of your teachers on them, so don't hesitate to contact any of us if you need some help or if you have any questions, okay? And that is the end of my slideshow. So I am going to close out of this and get back to my chat here and see what's going on here. Okay, and I've gotten some new arrivals here, so I'm just going to screenshot this so I make sure I get everybody in here. All right, so because I will go back and look at this to see who's all here. Okay, and I am going to add. And if you can't hear me or if you can't see me or if something weird's going on, just let me know in this chat. And I'm going to kind of go look through here to see. And thank you for telling me you're late. You're all right. We're all trying to figure this out. Okay. All right, so Mr. Oxlong, I think you need to fix your candy bar. I don't know if that's a mistake or if that was on purpose, so I need you to take care of that, please. All right, there's my favorite candy bar. Okay, so what we're going to talk about now just a little bit is we are going to get into Schoology because I do have an assignment on there. So if you guys are, and if you guys are having trouble with this, I need to know about it. So I just have to write something down here. And take a screenshot. All right, so we're going to be going to Schoology now. So I am going to go to my Schoology page here. I'm going to go to courses, and you'll see your Reader's Workshop. This is period 2, so 60312, and maybe I could label that just a little better here, but Reader's Workshop 60312. This is what the picture is going to be on here. This was a picture taken in Grand Marais, Minnesota in the wintertime. And so what you're going to do is I'm going to show you my screen here. You should be able to see this. We have class information in here. I have the rubric here, and we're going to be going over the rubric tomorrow. We're not going to do that today. What we are going to do is for week 1 here, you're going to see I have September 9th in here. And this is where you were able to get your link. You can see the chain link on there. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be completing this All About Me assignment. That's what you're going to be doing. So you're going to complete the form and submit it through Schoology. So I'm going to get back in here. I'm going to look at this as a student, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. So I'm just going to take the first person in our class here, and this is what your screen should look like. I'm looking at week 1, and I'm going into September 9th, which is today, and I'm looking in All About Me. Complete the form and submit. And it says complete the form and submit through Schoology. So now I'm trying to find the form. Hold on just a second. Let's see. Is anybody having trouble finding the form? Let me know in the chat. Let me see here. Let me know in the chat if you are having trouble finding the form. Otherwise, I'm going to give you guys about 5 to 10 minutes to fill this out and get it submitted for me. This is your first assignment. Let me know if you guys are having any trouble pulling up the All About Me form because I'm having a little bit of trouble with it. I'm going to be plugging my computer in. Maybe that's why I'm having a little trouble with my Schoology form. If you are not able to find the form, please let me know. Let me know when you've finished the form and I will start checking to see if I can see them on my end. Let me know if you guys are still here and logged on. I haven't heard from anybody for a little bit. Hey, come on in. I'm live here. But what?
Are you streaming?
I am streaming.
Okay.
But I haven't heard from any students for a little bit, so I'm not sure. I mean, it's still live, but trying to figure out something in Schoology here.
Well, you have 5 people watching you, so.
Oh, okay, right there. Yeah. I'm trying to, and I blocked this one.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I did was in this, and class, you can just keep working if you found that form. I'm just trying to make sure that everybody has it. So I go into here and I have this all about me.
Yeah.
So when I pull it up in here, it works in this class. So there it is.
Yeah.
But now,
And a few people haven't been able to get to it.
well, I'm not sure. I haven't heard from people. But if I go into the second one here, and I go into all about me, it just says complete the form and submit through Schoology. I'm not seeing the form, and I put it into H1.
Okay. Well, and this is for a different course?
Yeah, it's the second period of language arts.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back
to Schoology?
Oh, just the back page.
Oh, okay.
And if you open up that week 1 again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So when you posted this,
Mm-hmm.
did you do it as like a shared resource sort of thing, or opened up the link again, or pasted the link?
Well, I did it through a resource, and I put it into all my folders, I believe.
Yeah. So one of the things that could be done
Mm-hmm.
is you could enter it in manually as a link, and that would get it there again, I think.
Okay.
But that is super annoying because then you'd have to go through all your other courses.
Right.
So.
Because I saved it to resources and then I added it to here, but it's only in the first class.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're even seeing this. And I've asked them if they're able to find it, but I'm not hearing anything back here.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what's going on. But it's not, I mean, there's nothing there. There just is in the first course.
Okay, do you mind if I, in this, see what it, because yeah, it should, let's see, edit maybe, all about me, Let's see, this should include a link, but it's not.
Well, and it was just, it was a, it's just a, it wasn't linked. It was actually put in as an assignment. It was a Google Drive assignment.
Okay. So now if we click that.
That might not be mine though.
Oh. Oh, we can click to view.
Okay, let's view it. Hang in there with me, guys.
Yep.
That is mine because I changed mine. Jake had one. It was just a little bit different. Okay. So it just didn't get in there?
Yeah. So we touch that and then
Save it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one.
no, that we edit it, so it should.
But this is the one, right?
Oh.
It comes up there.
Well, here. So
okay.
Let's go ahead and click that about.
Okay,
about all
just
about
to see
me.
if it's there.
Okay, so we'll go back and we'll edit that as well. So, oops.
But I don't, I'm not sure why it's not.
Yeah. Okay, and now when they click it, they should pull that up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So now
right,
that's
now
done.
it's in there.
Done
Okay.
there,
so I'll have to do that to my other one then too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. No problem.
All right, guys. You heard that. You should be able to access that form now. So I haven't heard anybody in the chat for a little bit. So just let me know if you're able to access that form. I haven't heard from anybody for a while. I hope you're still there, working on All About Me. I will share mine with you tomorrow. All right, we are going to end the class since I haven't heard from anybody in about 5 or 10 minutes. So I hope you all have a great day and I will see you Friday. Please email me if you're having any struggles.